Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna end the recording too soon. I want that video to be an hour long, so there's gonna be like a really like trippy, basically in-depth thing that I just rambled through. I kind of explained, the person I am and why I am the way I am, and also a lot of things I know about the world. So I'll take this intro to just kind of say that if you disagree with me, fuck you. Just kidding. But you get the idea. I gonna shred on guitar a little bit more here to make the recording about an hour long. So hope you guys enjoy this video. It's gonna be a little bit different, just a tiny bit, but not too different. After this clip, it will break into a similar clip, if you've seen all my videos on my channel, of the riffs for Momental Regret. I also made riffs for Not Dead as well, but I still have yet to kind of memorize those. But here we go. Like it. Wow.
Alrighty, so let a moment of silence just build. Because I rarely get into these reflective modes, let's just say. I am going to speak the truth tonight about who I am and why I behave the way that I do. Okay. I am a person who for the longest time knew I was smart, but would pretend that I was stupid for the simple fact of survival. And this is about to get deep. I mean, really deep. So, I am a very wise individual. However, I will finally admit that I have very bad mental issues. Particularly anxiety. From what I've gathered over the past 22 years, I have discovered things not only about myself, but about the place that I live in, meaning the world. I'll dig a little bit into who I am, and then I want to go into the true hollowness of what I've discovered about this planet we live on, and who we are as human beings. Okay? I don't sleep at night, usually, because during the daytime, I get distracted by people because I care about people. I care so much that I have, and because of survival as well, have over and over allowed myself to be, quote for quote, walked over. Okay? I suffer from anxiety, but I suffer from anxiety that stems from a disease known as multiple or borderline personality disorder. When I do end up falling asleep, or not, as soon as that sun rises or I wake up, I'm a different person every day. The only thing is I'm wise enough to recognize it. And I can work with it. Yes, I can. So, if you need an explanation for why I act the way I do, it's not an act. I can't help it. When I isolate from people, it is not to hide or guilt trip or shame, because believe it or not, I am not here to make others feel ashamed or guilty or to manipulate. I cry a lot at nighttime for myself because I'm here to help other people. Because the truth of the matter is, no matter how much I'm loved, cared for, reassured, I will never feel content on this planet. Ever. Ever. That's the real thing. Will I do anything stupid? No. I'm wise enough not to. If I've lived this long, I'll live until God takes me home. Yes, God takes me home. The statistics have proven with the disease that I have that I probably won't live longer than 30, 40 years old for one of two reasons, or actually three. I'll either end up getting killed, killing myself with my own will, or I will end up killing myself unwillingly due to extreme daily anxiety. Yes, that's right. With this particular illness I suffer with, I will... I have been through, as you can understand, quite a lot. Some of you know, some of you don't. My mother passed away on February 5th of this year. That time has been, ever since that exact moment we got the phone call, has been horrifying, delusional, anxiety-ridden. Meanwhile, when I say delusional, I have seen things in the woods. I'm not a schizophrenic. Which it gets mistaken for that. Yes, it does. But anyways, life has been a total and utter nightmare for me. And I'm not looking for pity. I'm not throwing a fucking pity party by making this video. My hope is, just like many of these metal bands and even regular bands and artists, is that this recording will help someone who's suffering and thinks their life is tough. Okay? Let's just say a person, and I won't tie a time to it, mentioned that the individual wanted to purchase a weapon. And I told them that it's not about the violence. Because if you're at a point where you have to buy a weapon just because you want to buy a weapon, you are the one who's at fault. If you want to buy a weapon for the event that someone breaks into your house, then you're good. But if you're buying a weapon just for the fun of it, there's something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Which is exactly why, even though I struggle with these diseases, I'm still humble. Sort of. I try my hardest. I give and I give and I give, and I don't expect to receive. Which is not to sound like a narcissist, because I'm not. Which is what sets me apart from almost 98% of this population. Because we're about to get into something real deep here of what I've realized about humanity, existential things, spiritual things. how eerie this all really is if you really look at it. It's like I've seen it before. Let's start in the past 200 years. Okay? Start in the 1800s. The human race as we know it has existed since it branched off from monkeys for approximately 200,000 years. Listen to this. This is where it starts. It took 200,000 years for human beings to reach a population of 1 billion. But oh wait, it's only taken the last 200, minus the last 3 zeros, the last 200 years for this population to reach 8 billion people. um 1900s roll around. Actually, no, we'll start in 1888 to be specific. The first video ever recorded took place. We'll go back to about the 1850s. The first photograph was ever taken in France. Okay? Fast forward. 1897. Nikola Tesla harnesses electricity from none other than Niagara Falls, rendering Buffalo, New York to be the first city with electricity. If you go on Google and look up Buffalo, New York, 1912, you'll see lights. That's creepy in and of itself. Speaking in 1912, why, and this all ties into the existence of God. Why does a ship that its creator deems unsinkable sink on its maiden voyage? And you know exactly what ship I'm fucking talking about. The Titanic. The Titanic sinks. World War I breaks out and ends in 1918. America, the stock market completely crashes. In the 1923, I believe. The Nazis. World War II. Hitler. You know, it's funny when people try to claim that you yourself are delusional. Because in reality, almost everyone is fucking delusional. Because human beings cannot just... And I realize that by some people I hang around with who are very spiritual. Human beings cannot disobey, cannot get along, and cannot not have drama. Human beings, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, humans love drama, they love war, they love killing each other and animals and everything. And not saying that killing animals is good for survival. But this fucking world is really fucked up. Especially in the past 200 years. It has gone to absolute horrifying, utter shit. Let's continue. The Italians and the Germans surrendered. The three Axis powers were the Italians, Germans, and Japanese joined for some weird reason. Everyone knows about Pearl Harbor. And if you don't, you're living under a rock and you never went to high school. Not that having an education even matters. Fucking suits. Which they're valid to everyone. See, that's the thing. Everyone deserves to be respected and exist and not be bullied. Yeah. Why did America have to bomb Japan twice? Which initially killed 500,000 people and killed 2 million people all the way up until this day, and is continuing to kill people from cancer radiation. That's disgusting. But that ended World War II, sure. Now, I'm Polish, right? Which is a derivative of Russian. Which really it really pisses me off what the Russians are doing and the Chinese. It just doesn't make sense to me. We don't need a war, unfortunately. What we need is God to come down. We need Christ to come back. Because this fucking place is unhelped. It's so overpopulated. There's no helping humanity unless God does something about it. So we get to the Korean War, which that made sense. The North Koreans were killing the South Koreans. America wanted to step in. Cool. That war was one of the only wars where I kind of had some understanding of it. One of the most bullshit wars besides, getting into... It gets more and more ridiculous as it goes on to today, this exact date we are talking about right now. September 1st, 2024. The Vietnam War was such a fucking pointless shit-ass bullshit war that we couldn't help but get involved in. That even the college kids were saying, get our troops out of this bullshit. Then we jumped to the Cold War of the 90s, which in my family, I've had 3 of my male ancestors, all on my father's side, all the way going up to my great-grandfather, were all Polish Navy SEALs. For America. And the last one of my family members to truly experience a stupid-ass war was my father, who went overseas to fight for oil companies. Look, that's all the Cold War was about in the war with the Middle East. We didn't care about... It's not about terrorism. It's about fucking oil. 9/11 wasn't no fucking terrorist attack. Okay? I don't give a shit when anybody says it was an inside job. So we could fund some stupid fucking war. It's horrifying, honestly. And this, we're talking about the wars. What about the fact that my favorite team of my hometown, home city, Buffalo, went to 4 straight Super Bowl, but couldn't win one? That's creepy. That's creepy in and of itself. Here's something else. Why did the Bills, right before the Super Bowl was being counted, win back-to-back championships against none other than the Chargers, right? What team appears in their only Super Bowl and also loses after Buffalo goes to their 4 in a row and loses? None other than the at that time, the San Diego Chargers. That's fucking creepy. Now here's where it gets really creepy. I'm going to say something right now. It's about to tie in to what I'm about to go into. Why, back in the 1960s, did you have to have a song be under 2 minutes and 30 seconds in order for it to be played on the radio? Creepy enough as it is, but it gets worse. After 2001, I was born on September 14th, 2001. I was born 3 days after that fucking tragedy. Slayer released a record on 9/11. Slipknot released a record on August 28th, 2001 called Iowa. And what was Pantera's last show? August 28th, 2001. Now here's something else. Why was Pantera about to tour Europe when 9/11 happened? Oh, yeah, think about that. Oh, wait, here we go. Pantera ends up splitting. And Dimebag Darrell gets shot on stage with this new band with his brother, Damage Plan, on the ass end of their tour. Now, if you look at this shit up, you think I'm lying? Look it up. What city did Dimebag Darrell play the night before he was shot? Buffalo, New York. And he went to Columbus, Ohio and got shot dead. Why is it that me and a few other people I know had dreams about green lightning at a young age around that time period? God's real. This shit's eerie. But for some it's comforting. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe in God. Because it's real. So, Dimebag Darrell shot dead. One of the purest souls ever. Best guitarist in my opinion. There was some gift that guy was given. Just like Eminem. Dimebag Darrell was the best guitarist in metal. Jimi Hendrix was the best guitarist in blues or classic rock. And Eminem, the best rapper that ever lived. Some of these people, I don't know, they got gifts. They were sent here by God to do his work. Here we go. Dimebag Darrell gets shot dead. December 8th, 2004. I can't remember if it was April or May, but the first YouTube video uploaded by the creators of YouTube was uploaded either April or May of 2005. Now think about the years 2005, 6, and 7. What can you recall besides a few music releases that happened, or people you know that were born, that happened in the years 2005, 6, and 7? I bet you it's nothing. Not shit. What else started to be spotted in Western New York around 2006, and we'll get to 2011 later? None other than these skinwalkers. These things. The whispering in the woods. The wind whistling in a certain way. The lights flickering. I mean, it's getting creepy here. 2008 rolls around. Not many releases there either, but you know what was created in 2008? The iPhone. The fucking smartphones. A little bit later, the Android comes out. And then we got these two fucking types of phones now. What I call these things, which Kurt Cobain, there's an interview. Kurt Cobain predicted in the early 90s that there would be these electronic things. He didn't know what they were at the time. They're these electronic things that would brainwash, control, and mud down people's minds. And that's exactly what the fuck's happening. And has been happening since 2008. You know what else happened in 2008? Our stock market crashed again in 2008. Many companies went under, but the one I'll never forget is a car company known as Saturn. Because my dad owned a Saturn. They stopped making them because their company shit the fucking bucket. 2009 was fucking weird. But one of the things that did happen in 2009 was every single famous artist that had made a music video before the year 2009 decided to throw all their music videos up in 2009 on YouTube. If you can't tell me that's not an inside collective effort. That's fucking creepy. The Illuminati could be real too, for all you fucking know. Or me. 2010, not much happened, but one thing that did happen was Paul Gray, the bass player for Slipknot. And there's something about, what is it about Mike Anthony, Peter Steele, Paul Gray, Rex Brown, Mike Starr, John Paul Jones? What is it, and me even, what is it about these bass players being really quiet and reserved, but also giving away a fuck ton of energy in keeping things together? That's also kind of creepy. What is it about Polish people being obsessed with the Navy and bass guitar and singing? in God. That's another creepy fucking thing. The year 2011 rolls around, we get more of these sightings of these fucking skinwalkers. 2012 rolls around, and I begin to start smoking weed and drinking and smoking cigarettes. That's when I started all three of them things. I quit 2 out of the 3. One thing I ain't stopped smoking is nicotine. Which is why I'm getting this out now, because not only am I in a reflective, insightful, smart, and dedicated mood, but I know that I could die at any moment. I'm in Florida right now. I'm heading home tomorrow. Some idiot could cut me off or something. Who knows? You could die at any fucking moment. So I'm getting this shit out right now. 2012 is when the Mayan calendar ends. What date does the Mayan calendar, which was supposed to go on for 2,000 years, what date does that end on? 12/12/12. December 12th, 2012. That's fucking creepy. 2013, nothing. 2014, pretty much nothing. 2015, not much. 2016, now here's something about the sixes. 1976, big year in football. 1986, big year in rock and metal music. Some of the best rock and metal albums and even just music in general was created. 1996 was huge for music. And the crash of I don't know why, this one I can't explain actually. But TWA, Trans World Airlines Flight 800, the crash of that plane baffles me to this day. 2006 was, if you ask me what year in human history was the most empty, hollow, dark, and emotionless year, I will without hesitation say 2006. 2016, a ton of trends roll around. Electronics start to get more advanced. A clown craze goes around on Halloween. Trump gets elected as president, which was a huge fucking mistake. I don't give a shit when anybody says either politics are stupid anyways. I'm not even taking a side, but it's all fucking stupid. The only reason that shit exists is because people can't get along. And there's too many people on this fucking planet. Now, we haven't reached 2026, but you want to know what is due to be finished in 2026 for a fact is the Buffalo Bills' new stadium. That's fucking creepy. So in 2016, 2017 was the first time I ever took a photograph on a phone or posted on social media all in 1 year. 2018 wasn't much. 2019, honestly, in my opinion, in the past 24 years, 2019 was one of the best years, which is exactly why God put his fucking foot down and said enough of the bullshit. Because guess what happened in late 2019, early 2020? COVID. And people say, oh, COVID, you don't get sick, or stupid dumbass comments like don't get sick or stay 6 feet apart. Fuck all that. That is the dumbest, most ignorant, stupid bullshit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. And it pisses me off when I hear that shit. Because that disease killed my mother, and it's killed many people. People are ignorant sons of bitches. Yes. People are ignorant sons of bitches. 2020 was horrifying. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not trying to sound like a bitch. I mean, it's shell-shocking. 2020 was fucking horrifying. 2021, honestly, for there being a disease like that around in the year previous, people argued it was shitty. I didn't think 2021 was that bad. 2022 was cool, but it was weird. 2023 was really, really, really strange, and I took a lot of shrooms in 2023 in heavy amounts each time. And from December 2023 until now, I have never seen so much spiritual, eerie, connect the dots, picture perfect skies, photography, guitar, energy from nowhere, believing in God, all in one short period of time that I've ever seen any time ever. It's honestly, it's cool, but it's really, 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 really eerie. Okay. Now, here's something that really tripped me out. The last time and here's one thing I will assuage to you because of how much white people have done to them anyways. Never, ever, ever piss off or try to curse Native Americans because they'll curse you back. Natives might not believe in our God that is real, but you leave them the fuck alone. Because I'll tell you why. I've seen so many skinwalkery things in the past year. The solar eclipse, that's the other thing. The solar eclipse that passed over Buffalo, New York. And if you look at the solar eclipse from 2017 and 2024, they cross in the shape of an X. And most of the towns or cities they pass through are literal names from the Bible. And I'll tell you, they told you not to look at it. I took them glasses off. When I saw the solar eclipse with my own eyes, it was like immediate. Now, you can't just snap your fingers and believe in God, right? You have to build a relationship. Just like you do with your significant other if you have one. But I looked into that solar eclipse and got washed with an unbelievable feeling of joy. But anyways, besides the point. The last time I got drunk or stoned, I hadn't done either substance in probably about 2 weeks. That night, I was upset for reasons I feel like not mentioning, and I drank 12 Budweiser beers, and I tripped the fuck out, did some stupid shit. The people that care about me saw me doing said stupid shit, and offered me to take a dab, which is a form of marijuana that's extremely fucking strong. And I was so drunk, I said, fuck it. So I took 4 of these dabs, and I was absolutely just fucking fucked up. And at one point, I went into my bathroom, shut the lights off, locked the door, started playing Pantera, a specific concert from February of 1999, right before they went on their hiatus and made their last record. There's another thing, that story, Pantera, is another fucking trip too. And how much they truly influenced the world with music that was not known to be mainstream. Phil is an awesome person, even though he's pretty much a fucking cock-sucking asshole. But I commend him for giving the little shits he gave, because I give too many fucks and it's going to kill me. But, after I played that Pantera concert, I was so fucked up still that I believe truly, it sounds delusional, I believe truly that I unlocked something. Because all I saw was from 1990 to the last day in 1999. All the way from the missed kick of Scott Norwood to 1994, Kurt Cobain shooting himself, Far Beyond Driven, Buffalo's last Super Bowl appearance, to 96, to 95, to 97 when my dad graduated the military, to 98 when my best friend was born, and Van Halen made their shittiest record ever, which is kind of funny to think about, to 99, to the Columbine shooting, to that video that someone took of the last sunset of that century. Someone took a video and pointing at none other than the Twin Towers, unknowing that those were going to be destroyed 2 years later by a government inside job. But someone took a video of the last sunset of the 19th century, of the 20th century, which will be the 1900s. I saw it all. It was horrifying. To like the quality of the videos, to the VHS, to the YouTube, to the little toys, to Nickelodeon, to Cartoon Network, to Slime, to Pantera, to Metallica, to Saint Anger. It's just like, if you think about this shit, it's utterly, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. To my father, I just, the ultimate thing is, it took me a long time because of the mental pain I suffered for the longest time and still do suffer with sometimes, with the amount of people I had come and go in my life and my struggle for a purpose in this life and finding who I was, which I have. I finally realized the truth that Jesus Christ died for our sins and He is the Son of God. Period. I'm going to end this at 37 minutes. If you took something from this, I would hope it would be comfort. But unfortunately, this is probably going to scare the shit out of some people. It'll make you trip the fuck out. But there's some of the insight I've gathered. Do well with your lives and don't do anything fucking stupid. Stop with the wars.